Good morning, and welcome to Monday Morning Motivation. For those of you new to my channel, and there's lots of you, welcome to Ninja Nation. You can go to my Facebook page, which is Princess Ninja Motivation, by clicking on that little Facebook icon on my homepage. But welcome. So I'm Melanie, and I talk about my ketogenic journey. I am 49 years old and counting down the 365 days to my 50th birthday, where I fully intend on being fabulous at 50. So, So every Monday I try to do a motivational Monday video. This video is meant to point out some of the shortcomings in my journey, some of the struggles in my journey, and help you to better understand where I'm at in my journey, and hopefully give you a bite of something positive to take along in your journey. So today I want to talk about using food as a reward, using food as a punishment, depriving yourself of food as punishment, and that very fine line that we teeter on between an eating disorder, fasting, binging, 1 meal a day, 2 meal a day, and when does it become toxic? When is it toxic? First off, please understand I do not have a medical degree of any kind. I am just a human being who is suffering or suffered from binge eating, closet eating. Yes, I was so ashamed of myself, and I had such low self-esteem about myself that I used to be a closet eater. I used to be that girl that would go through the drive-thru and act like I was ordering for 2 people when I was really just ordering for me. But I was so shamed by my weight and so in my head about my body dysmorphia that I would actually make up lies. I'd be like, yeah, my boyfriend loves these shakes, or, oh my gosh, I gotta bring a treat for my daughter. I don't even know why I felt compelled to say things like that, other than to cover up my shame. I was shaming myself for my weight, and I didn't want anyone to know, because in my head, I thought for certain everybody that watched me eat was thinking she's a pig. She is a fat freaking pig and she doesn't need to eat. Because my whole life, people would say to me things like, if you just stop eating, if you just eat less. And so in my head, I thought, you know what I'm saying? I thought that everybody that watched me eat thought that I was a fat pig and think I needed to eat less. And this all culminated from years of, you'd be so pretty if you just lost 15 pounds. You've got such an amazing face. Guys like girls that are full figured. There's a lot of guys out there that like big girls. Oh my gosh, you've got such a great personality. It was never anything complimentary about my figure, my body, or anything. As a matter of fact, I've actually had some boyfriends throw some humdingers at me, such as, you're not the fattest girl I've dated, or you're the biggest girl I've dated, but you're the sweetest girl I've dated. That always makes you feel warm and fuzzy all over, those types of backhanded compliments. For a girl your size, you hold your weight well. Yeah, that is a wonderful compliment to hear, always, always. So anyway, enough of that. I know you guys know the song I'm singing. The fat song, right? Okay, all of the things that people think that they're saying to comfort you about your weight, but they're actually like just turning that knife a little bit harder, please, to the left. You haven't hit my heart yet. But anyway, on to my discussion. So this morning I'm back up 2.5 pounds on the scale. I know it's not because I ate anything wrong. I kept it keto. My macros were beautiful yesterday. I did eat a little more fat. I did eat a little bit more calories than I probably should have, because yesterday was a rest day. But that's okay. I also know the other reason why I was able to achieve that 191 was because I had a 21-hour fast, and I was weighing myself after a 21-hour fast. The other reason is because I had 12 and a half hours sleep. That probably explains my abundance of energy on Monday morning. You're like, what is this woman doing? All I've had is black coffee, I promise. So, I used to be a binge eater, and I used to go days without eating because I was punishing myself for being fat. I was punishing myself for being disgusting. And I was listening to everyone out there who said, you know, if you just eat a little less, you wouldn't be so fat, right? It made sense to me, calories in, calories out mentality. So I actually would brag. I would brag. I'd be like, yeah, it's been like 2 days since I've eaten anything. So fast forward to the ketogenic lifestyle when I am really trying to fix my metabolism. I'm really trying to fix how I feel about myself as a person. I'm really trying to fix all that is broken, and I'm doing it with God. Amen, amen. Doing it with God. But I gotta tell you, I fight some demons. I fight demons every day. Let me tell you a little about those demons. So, fasting for me 12 to 16 hours is really not that big of a deal. Because before I started my weight loss journey 4 years ago, under just the calorie in, calorie out premise, I never ate breakfast. I never ate breakfast. Coffee and a cigarette. Of course, I don't smoke now. This September will be 6 years since I quit smoking. But I used to just do coffee and a cigarette, and then I would eat sometime around 11, 12 o'clock, noon. The problem with that is because I was on carbohydrates and I was eating sugars, I would be so freaking hungry that a lot of times I would binge. That's where I would hide the food because I was ashamed. I didn't want people to know how hungry I was, but I also didn't know that I was a diabetic. So insulin, sugar issues can cause major issues with how hungry you feel, you know, ravishingly hungry. Anyway, fast forward to now when I started fasting, the difference is that when I was eating, I wasn't ravishingly hungry. I was trying to push myself to a goal, but what I found myself is falling into old behaviors. Not just old behaviors, but feeling successful or unsuccessful just solely based on the calories I was consuming in a day, when I was consuming them. And if I felt hungry at the end of the fast, I knew I was a failure. I'm doing something wrong because everybody else on YouTube's like, I'm going 68 hours and I'm not even hungry, not even a little bit. No, I could go days without eating. It feels great, so much energy. I'm pumped. Let's go another 7 days fast, just water. We're not even gonna drink it out of a glass because then it's not a legitimate fast. We're just gonna walk around when it's humid and do this. And the water's gonna absorb in our tongue and that's gonna be all we need, right? Because we're living off fat cells now. That's how it sounds to me. That's how it sounds to me with some of these people. And I'm like, man, I go 16 hours without eating and I'm ready to freaking chew my own arm off. I'm hungry. So I've still got, my body's still healing. My body's still repairing. Please understand I was just being over the top, dramatic sensationalism. You know, I have never watched someone that actually said those things. But that's how it feels sometimes when I watch these people talk about fasting. It's like, girl, I don't know what you're fasting, what you're doing, but I'm starving. Like even now, I ate at 6:30 last night. It is 6:30 in the morning, so 12 hours. My stomach is starting to growl. So, you know, I can't do this and feel full. Anyway, so why are you fasting? Why are you fasting? And that is the point I want to drive home. So I tried OMAD, and I tried it for an entire week. And what I found was I was starving. And by the time I ate that one meal a day, I felt like it was a reward. And during the times that I wasn't eating, I felt like it was really good that I wasn't eating because I'm too fat. I don't deserve to eat. And I was using those fasting windows as emotional punishment, kind of a debt paid in full for being so disgustingly fat. If you are using fasting as a punishment and you are using your feeding window as a reward, if you are spending hours thinking before you eat about what you're going to eat and you're getting all excited about food, are you still participating in unhealthy attitudes about the food you're eating? Why are you fasting? Food should not be a reward, nor should fasting be a punishment. Chew on that for a while. Thank you for joining me for Motivation Monday. Welcome to all of you new peoples out there. Thank you so much. Give this a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and comment below. Let me know how you think about what I talked about this morning. Have a great day.